Hello everyone. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. So here now it is the time to understand more. In my previous video I have given introduction of carbon and its compounds and saturated hydrocarbons. Now our today's topic is bonding in carbon and why carbon is a versatile element. So here unsaturated hydrocarbon is classified into two categories, that is alkenes and alkynes. General formula, it is CnH2n. As for number is equals to 1, it does not exist. So here it is number is equals to 2. So it is C2H4. So structural formula is this. Here carbon has to make the 4 bondings. So here we have only 4 hydrogen. So carbon has made the double bond with carbon only. Now general formula for the alkynes is CnH2n minus 2. The molecular formula is for n is equals to 2. It is C2H2. As you will place the value n is equals to 2, you will get it C2H2. The structural formula is this, like this. Carbon has to make the triple bonding, so complete its 4 bonds, right? I told you the naming. First we are writing the root word. As n is equals to 2, it is eth. For the alkenes it is ene, so it becomes ethene. And for alkynes it is yne, it becomes ethyne, right? Now our next topic is bonding in carbon compounds. So to understand this, first of all we should see what is the electronic configuration of carbon, that is 2 and 4. So how do we represent it? See here, this is nucleus. These are 2 electrons in the first shell and the 4 electrons in the outermost shell. The number of electrons present in the outermost shells are called valence electrons. So here it is a table. So to make it stable, carbon has to attain the nearby noble gases configuration, that is either helium or neon. But the carbon atom configuration is 2,4, valence electron is 4. It has to attain either helium or neon configuration. So what are the methods or what are the routes to attain these noble gas configurations for the carbon is having? The first alternative, either by losing 4 electrons one after another. Either if it is remove all these 4, it will become stable, right? So by losing 4 electrons one after another, but as you know, removing electrons are one after another requires more energy, which is the most difficult task. As we have studied, when atom loses electrons, acquires positive charge also, and if it will become carbon plus, would ultimately becomes unstable, and the size of the carbon will becomes very small. So carbon doesn't want to be unstable, it wants to be stable to attain the noble gas configuration. So this alternative is not good for this. So the second alternative, by accepting 4 electrons one by one to attain the neon configuration. As when any atom accepts electron, it acquires negative charge, goes on increasing and accepts electrons increasing, and repulsive force, which is also very difficult. So carbon with the small size not able to hold 10 electrons in their orbits, hence again becomes unstable. So this alternative is also not good and it will not be acquire neon configuration, so which will be difficult. Now the third alternative for the carbon is by sharing of 4 electrons in its outermost shell. So to attain nearby stable configuration, carbon can share its 4 valence electrons with other atoms. So in this method, 2 atoms share valence electrons with each other. Valence shell of both atoms overlap and hence both becomes stable. No net charge generate on them. Everybody knows sharing means when one atom needs, they can use electrons. When other atom need, they can use electrons. It is not complete transference of electrons. So nobody will be having any positive or negative charge. They are just sharing of electron. So therefore carbon adopt this method to become stable. See here, the relation or bond formed by the sharing of electrons between the two atoms is called as a covalent bond. See, it is possible in case of same type of atoms or different types of atoms, both. So here I have taken example of hydrogen. Hydrogen is having only one electron, so it also has to complete its duplet. So it bonds, makes a relation with another hydrogen atom and makes a hydrogen molecule. See here, hydrogen atom is just going to overlap with other hydrogen atom, and here this is the way to represent it. This is 2. When this hydrogen needs, it can use, and this hydrogen needs, it can use. This is also a representation of line structure between hydrogen atoms. This is also called covalent bond. Now, what are the features of the covalent bond? First, it is formed when electrons are just shared. So the bond, when anybody just gives or takes, there will relation occurs. This relation is known as covalent bond. It can be single bond, double bond, triple bond. As in case of alkanes it is single bond, in alkenes it is double, in alkynes it is triple bonding. It can be represented with the dot, overlapping or line, as I have shown you above. Now it can be linked between the two same atoms or can be different atoms. So these were the features of covalent bond to learn easily. Now our next topic is, this is called as electron dot structure. See here. See, when this single one hydrogen around this circle shows hydrogen doublet is complete. Hydrogen doublet is complete here also, and carbon's octet is also complete. So this is called complete sharing of electrons. This is a structure of methane which shows carbon and 4 hydrogen atoms. So both acquire stability. Here in this case, by sharing of electrons, carbon as well as hydrogen becomes stable. Now, why carbon is called as a versatile element? See, everybody, I told you, wherever around us, whatever you can see, everything has a carbon as a constituent. We also saw that the structure of the carbon compounds, number of carbon compounds are extremely large. Everything which are surround us having carbon as an essential constituent. Due to this peculiar nature of sharing electrons, it can form large number of compounds. So carbon has a unique ability to form the strong covalent bond with other results in formation of big molecules. So this property of carbon is called as a catenation. See, this catenation property is the unique property of only element carbon. Due to this catenation property, carbon can make a longest chain in the in the periods or in the universe. So it can make many compounds. There are millions of compounds which in the universe are found wherever carbon is found. Due to the strong and stable covalent bond, carbon is present with the catenation power, and due to this the carbon has become versatile element because of this catenation power, and due to this covalent bonding it can make millions of compounds. I think I have cleared why carbon is a versatile element. In the next video I'll share you more introduction about carbon compounds. Thank you.